Good afternoon, Miss Alicia.
Good afternoon and happy Tuesday. I hope you had a good Tuesday.
Such a good Tuesday. I'm so happy to be here today.
Me too. But it was another rainy one.
It was. Today, we are going to talk about the life cycle
Of an apple, right?
No.
Not an apple?
No, what are we talking about this week?
Oh, silly Miss Alicia. The life cycle of a pumpkin. But I do remember from our story yesterday, we read a story about pumpkins and all the things you could do with a pumpkin and where you can find them. I do know that a pumpkin life cycle is almost like an apple life cycle, except pumpkins grow on the ground and apples grow on the trees.
Yep. All right, so all of everything that grows in the ground or on trees starts out with this thing. And this one looks a little different. A lot of seeds tend to be black, but this one is a tannish seed. And it's in an ovalish shape with a little point at the end. And almost all pumpkin seeds look like this. So this is where our life cycle begins.
Always start with a seed. Or did it come from the plant? It's like the chicken or the egg.
I know, I don't know. Which one came first? All right.
All right, so what happens? What do we need for the seed to grow?
Well, we will make sure that our seed is watered.
Okay.
And it has sunlight.
All right.
Pumpkins are usually grown outside, so that stuff comes pretty naturally.
Okay.
There's something that pops up out of the ground first.
A pumpkin.
No, Miss Alicia.
Oh, I think I remember. Is it called a sprout?
It is a sprout. So our sprout is our next part of a pumpkin that grows. It's a little stem that comes out of the dirt.
I still don't see a pumpkin.
It's a stem, and then two leaves, or a few leaves, come out. It's not always two leaves.
There's no pumpkin yet.
No pumpkin yet.
I'm ready.
We'll get there. We'll get
I'm
there.
ready for a pumpkin.
All right, Miss Alicia, do you think there'll be a pumpkin or a longer stem first?
Well, that's kind of small, so probably a longer stem, I guess. Oh, look at we're losing our life cycle. But you know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing kind of, if I remember from our apples, there is a little bit like of some flowers growing here.
You mean one of these?
One of these, what are they called? Do you remember, friends? I don't know if I remember. What are they called? Remember, it's like a flower.
Yeah, they're a flower.
The flower. What comes from that flower? Do you remember? Just like the apples? A pumpkin, so that flower turns into a pumpkin.
Is it ready to be picked yet?
I don't think so, because that one does not look like my orange pumpkin I normally get.
No, so we have one more thing that needs to happen to our pumpkin. Our pumpkin needs to wait a little bit longer, so if it looks like this, it's probably not ready to be picked yet. But sometimes, if there's only a little green left, it will turn after you pick it. It will turn orange.
Yeah.
So we have our last step to our pumpkin life cycle, and that is the infamous orange pumpkin.
The orange pumpkin. And then, when you get ready to carve your pumpkin to make your jack-o'-lantern, or maybe scoop out some guts.
Oh, goop.
The goop. Or as they call it, the fibrous strands.
The fibrous strands.
Those is where the seeds are. So you can pick out a seed from all that stuff inside the pumpkin.
You can plant it
again.
And here we go around again.
It's like a circle. It keeps going and going.
Life cycles continue forever.
Yes. I can't believe we just did a life cycle. Could you think about our apple life cycle? And we also talked about in my room the life cycle of like a tree. And everything starts with a seed, and you plant it. It grows just a little bit, and we have to wait a little bit longer and a little bit longer before it is fully grown into what you would like. That is so cool. Maybe you could draw a life cycle of your own.
All right. We will see you on Wednesday.
Wednesday.